Hi guys, my name is Roranoa TV. This story is all about what if Goku was in Fairy Tail Part 7. Please subscribe, like and share Roranoa TV for more fanfiction story. Full recap. Out of the 4 hooded people, only 2 were revealed. Gildarts Clive of Fairy Tail and Ultir Milkovich of Crime Sorcier. Tawa had sent an order for Ultir to kill Mirajane and so, she carries it out. Having to arrive at the center of Magnolia Town, the Saiyan runs into the second strongest out of the 4. Goku takes on the corrupted Ultir for a little while, and when he saw the person he was supposed to protect dies, he rages like never before into an enraged SSJ. After the takedown of the second Milkovich, Goku finally meets with Tawa. He discovers Tawa's motives on why he was brought to the Fairy Tail verse and tries to shut her down. However, he fails and Tawa manages to escape his wrath. And with that, Goku suffered a major loss. He lost Mirajane, he couldn't stop Tawa, and when he found out about her motives, he completely shuts himself down. Losing Mirajane, he didn't know what to do from that point on. He felt lost. The outer plains of Crocus. He had it. He was almost close in righting Tawa's wrongs. He was just a stepping stone away from not letting Mirajane's so-called death be in vain. But he failed miserably. Everything seemed meaningless to him now. After he was told why he was brought into this world for a sole purpose, there was nothing left Goku could feel in his heart. He got out of his blue form and kept thinking about what Tawa said. Just know that you have the leading role to all of this. Your power automatically surpasses the other Gokus from various timelines. I did not expect you of all Gokus to be so sentimental with a human in this timeline. How utterly strange. This is farewell for now, Son Goku. I've got to meet up with my accomplices. Wouldn't want to keep them waiting. There were so many questions Goku had that needed to get answered. What is this leading role Tawa forced onto Goku? Could this role perhaps be linked as to breaking this seal to bring back her demon god grandfather? How many Gokus did she face and killed? Who are the other evildoers that Tawa aligned herself with? Goku was filled with nothing but frustration and despair that he wanted to throw everything away. The aftermath of his petty battle gave an atmosphere around him a cold shiver. Soon, the gray clouds started to appear and rain down on him. Being outside in the rain can give anyone a cold. Goku's not one to fall to cold so easily, so he lets the drips of raindrop fall on him. He didn't care. Failing so miserably is one thing, but telling someone that their lives will be protected. It was nothing but a cruel demonstration that promises weren't always meant to be fulfilled. A few minutes after, he let out a silent cry as it plays out in the rain. Goku's house, the guest room. This particular guest room had a total of 6 beds. 3, in fact, were occupied by Urza, Natsu and Gray. And as previously stated, Happy was watching over them. Seeing how it went down, the 3 nappers slept through the events that occurred in Magnolia. So they were unaware of what transpired. However, 1 out of the 3 was beginning to wake up. Out of the 3 was the Queen of Fairies, Urza Scarlet. The moment she opened her eyes, she was about to be in for a rude awakening. Ha! Urza stretched her arms as she yawned. That was pleasantly a fine nap. She smacks her lips. Urza. Happy was the first to greet her. You're awake. Hello there, Happy. Urza greeted back. Is it just you that watched over us in this room? Wait, where are we? We're on the 2nd floor of Goku's house. This room's the guest room. Really? That's good to know. Swear, Goku's house is literally like a hotel, but much better. Say, am I the only one awake? Yep. Natsu and Gray are right beside you. Happy pointed to her left. Oh, are you hungry, Urza? As a matter of fact, I am. Great. Head downstairs for some pizza Mira made. Pizza? Huh. Myra's cooking is a treat. Especially when it goes in Goku's stomach. Speaking of Goku, where is he? Happy was freaking out a little. Goku's, let's just say something big went down and he was the main attraction. I don't get what you're trying to say. While you were out cold, something terrible happened to Mira and Master. Is that right? Don't be afraid to tell me, Happy. It's probably nothing big to frap over, so lay it on me. Are you sure? You should call it anything but nothing, Urza. It affected Goku the most. I insist. Now tell me everything that happened while I was sleeping in my slumber, Happy. Okay. Well, don't say I didn't tell you so. Well, this time, he showed us a power we couldn't detect for some reason. And to top it off, his blue hair was styled in the same way of his SSJ form. Lysina explains as Juvia and Lucy shakes their head in agreement. Blue hair and key undetectable. How weird. Cake. Fucking damn it. Elfman yelled. Whoa, Elfman, calm down. Lucy tries calming Elfman down after being scared from his scream. How can I when my sis got injured? Elfman looked at Lucy. I was away on a mission and when I turned a blind eye, Mira got ran through. God, how could a man like me be so unmanly? There was nothing you could have done to help your older sister, Elfman, Evergreen said as she fixes his glasses. Evergreen, what are you saying? She's saying that even if you were there, Elfman, you would have probably ended up like Mirajane. Alzak backs up Evergreen. What did you say? How could you say that, Alzak? Said Elfman as he clenched both his fists. Are you saying I should have let my sister get stabbed by an ice spear? No, obviously not that. I'm saying you getting angry isn't going to bring back Mira. It's not going to solve anything here. And if you didn't remember what Lucy told us, I'll refresh your memory. Altair went toe-to-toe with Goku in his SSJ form. But that was only because she was corrupted by Tao's magic. Still, Elfman, I know he said it in a harsh way but he's not wrong. Goku's enemies are from his world, remember? They don't operate magic the way we do. Oh, Lou, even if it would be futile, I still would have wanted to help out in any way I can. Urza said as she was holding Mirajane's and Makarov's hand, I feel like crap, you guys. Not being able to sense something like this go down is just aggravating. Yeah, we all know, Urza. We all know, Lucy said. Everyone in the room started to mope with Urza until a certain card mage broke the silence. As she was making her way to meet up with everyone, she was carrying Wendy with her right arm. She had news to spill that may or may not help Mirajane and the three others. Hey, everyone, Kana said, barging in with the unconscious Sky Dragon Slayer. Kana, Max ululated, you're yelling scared all of us. Sorry about that but mind my yelling, will ya guys? Look, I might have something that could heal Master and the others. Wait, what, you do? Levy and Lucy simultaneously said. Hold on, why are you carrying Wendy? Biska asked as she was feeding Asuka. Oh, her. Haha, well, when I was running out the door to the room that might help Mira and the others, I fell onto of Wendy and suffocated her with my breast, again. Kana was getting deja vu. And it's always with your breast, isn't it, Boobzilla? Carla took shots at her. Yeah, I know, Carla. Like I haven't heard that a million times already. Enough with the breast, Kana. You said you have something that could fix Mira, Master and the other two. Urza brings her back to the main topic. Well, it's a gamble but yes, I do. You do. What is it, then? Fried wondered. Technically I don't know how to explain it but I can show you, instead. There's this room that has a machine that could heal Mira and the others back to full strength. But, how can we heal a dead person, Kana? Max brings up. That's the thing, Max. I don't think Mira is dead. I know it's not right for me to bring everyone's hopes up when saying that but trust me when I say that she can get fixed. But, she lost a lot of blood. If you lose tons of blood, you'll die of blood loss. Levy stated. Just believe me on this, you guys. Myra's alive. Her will to live is strong. She wouldn't go out to blood loss, no. Now could you guys stop depriving me with more chit-chat and follow me upstairs? Sure. Everyone followed after Kana. Everyone followed Kana into the room on the second floor. When they arrived behind her, they were a bit taken back with what they were seeing. They were witnessing the presence of 5 healing chambers. Large containers filled with specialized liquid that was more than enough to be used for Mirajane, Makarov, Hisui, and Altair. The tanks were purposely made for Vegeta and Goku should they ever get into a near-death fight. And what is all of this? Laxus asked as he was taking a look around. Tanks. It looks like some sort of advanced healing equipment. Kana, this is what you wanted to show us? Levy inquired. That's right, Levy. I'm certain we can use this to heal Master, Mira, and the other two. We just need to know how to operate it. And this is off of your intuition, too. Lucy wanted her to confirm. Yes, Lou, yes. Kana nodded. Levy, can you figure out a way to use this? Well, I can give it a try. I'm not sure how these machines work because it's like Urza said, it's more advanced than anything we've ever seen in our time age. But I'll take a look at it, anyway. As long as you're trying, you'll definitely find a way. Kana encourages. I gotta say, Kana, who would have thought you, of all people, would have somewhat of a great idea like this? I guess sometimes laying off the booze can get your brain flowing, huh? Well, that en. Kana looks at Lucy while chugging down a barrel of ale, making Lucy stand corrected. If I'm gonna be honest, Lou, I just want Goku to be happy. How so? Living with Goku brought me to what it's like being in a relationship. And since no one but Mira might have that, I tend to get a little jealous. You have a crush on Goku, Kana. Lucy was flabbergasted. Not exactly. Kana was in denial, I'm just very fond of him. We all are. Urza came in, he's family to us and I wasn't there when he yelled at you girls but I can see why he would. Frustration isn't some kind of emotion we can easily dial down. And you're right about that. Oh, and by the way, Urza, where's Goku? Your guess is as good as mine. And I must say, I'm wondering why you would go this far for him. Other than to heal our family and friends, why are you putting this much effort? Are you in love with Goku? No. But I do feel funny whenever I'm with him. Could be love, Kana. Urza teased a little. Urza, I don't have a crush on him. I just want my housemate to be happy with the one person that can make him happy. Extremely happy. That's saying a lot. She definitely has a thing with Goku. She probably developed this during the time she first moved in. Well, let's go grab the bodies and put them in here. Get started on how to operate it, Levy. Urza issues. Right. Let's put them in, then. Fairy Tail got started on the operation. Natsu, Lucy, and Urza were carrying Makarov in the first healing chamber. Lysina and Elfman carried their older sister in the second one next to Makarov while Alzak, Max, and Gajil carried Hisui to the third healing chamber next to them. For Altair, the Thunder God tribe carried her in the fourth one, leaving the fifth tank to be empty. That wasn't so hard, right? So we placed them inside and we attached those wires to them. Now, what's next? Levy said as she was flipping through the manual. The next step is to fill them up with a special form of liquid. We're all heading out to help the people in Magnolia. Goku's fight with that woman in the healing tank almost destroyed the entire town. The Thunder God tribe and I offered ourselves to help the people. Laxus informs. Community service. Right, Elfman, but we're not being punished or something. It's just a way to make up time. Evergreen said, now, whenever you're ready, Laxus. Let's head out, you three. Laxus headed out the door with Freed, Bixlow, and Evergreen following. Natsu, where are you going? To train, of course. Seeing how Gender Bender here took on Goku in his SSJ form, it's clear to me that I've got to get stronger. Same here. I hate to agree with Natsu but I too don't want to be left behind in the dirt, here. Gray said. If Goku couldn't stop Tawa, what makes you two think you can? Lucy wanted to know. We can't beat her. At least not yet. But that doesn't stop us from wanting to get stronger. Now hurry up, Frosty. You're gonna slow me down if you don't get your ass there. I could say the same thing to you, Ash Breath, Gray smirked. Everyone was going to wait it out. They didn't know when the machines will be done with the healing but they were calmly patient. It was no rush for them and from that point on, days will go slow for them. To wish Mirajane and Makarov a full recovery, they were going to do things to kill time. But they didn't know how much time will pass. You seem down more than ever. I really don't hold back what I say. Gajil flickered a little, how about this, small fry? If you're not in the cheering mood as you usually are, I'll sing to brighten up your day. Deal. Yes, and yes, Gajil. Levy said as she shows excitement. While things were happening left and right, something was about to happen in the room with the unconscious four. As the four of the victims are still filled with injuries, something was about to go down. Mostly on the she-devil. Inside her tank, she was twitching by just a thread. 3 bubbles, at every 20 seconds, flew up the moment Mirajane twitches. But what was making her twitch? For 3 minutes in, Mirajane was reliving her encounter with the corrupted Altair. Reimaging things she tried to remember, there wasn't much she could make out of it. But the main thing that struck her out in the field was Goku crying. Repeatedly, she kept hearing his words play out. Mira. No. In her dream, she saw Goku breaking down. Eyes widen as no one but herself could see, tears flowing down on his face as he couldn't stop himself from shaking. Mirajane was seeing her Saiyan hyperventilating. I got you killed. Mira. This is my fault. He fell on his knees from seeing her body. Beneath her was a pond of her blood. I'm so sorry, Mira. I couldn't hold up on our promise together. Why is Goku crying? What's going on? Only her eyes continued to twitch. This unforeseen memory of seeing Goku cry convinced her that something was wrong. But she couldn't make anything out of it due to being inside the healing tank. So at the very most, she silently remains to twitch. Thinking about Goku for so much that you're undergoing it. Meaning, you've come to like him the moment you keep on thinking about him. Is it that? I don't even know. And the shittiest thing about that is he'll never know how I feel if I don't tell him. And if I don't tell him and we end continuing like this, we'll get distance. Then, do yourself a favor and apologize to him already, Kana. Urza advised, sometimes, it's often best for the guy to apologize. But this time, it's best if you did the honors in apologizing to him. He was lost when he saw Mira down like that. Yeah, Urza, but how would he feel if, instead of Mira, one of us got rammed through by Altair's sword? Would he show the same feelings he showed to Mira? Probably not, but it would nice if he did. So let me get this straight. You developed a personal crush on him because you kept thinking about him, and when you saw how lovey-dovey he acts towards Mira, you get jealous. I hate to admit it, but, yeah. Don't you get jealous? I do get jealous, but I don't have a crush on him. Or at least I don't. I just find it awkward and cringy when those two flirt. Well, Kana sighed, I just wish he could act the same as he was first introduced. Because I don't want to feel neglected or ignored by him anymore. I hate that feeling. You won't be able to feel those unnecessary negative feelings if you say you're sorry. What's so hard about saying that? It's rare for me to do that, Urza, you know that. In any case, when you're feeling that the moment's right, don't be afraid. If you miss your chance, you won't get another one. Urza gives advice to her, letting go of her arm. The two arrived in front of Goku's house. Yeah, thanks, Urza. Guess I'll take a hot steaming bath and head straight to bed or something. I'll see ya, girl. Kana waved weakly. She burped the moment Urza opened the door for her. What are you doing? Why are you coming inside? I want to speak to Goku, myself. To make something out of our conversation, I want him to be cheerful again. It's been 2 weeks. Maybe Mira and the others might not get out anytime soon, so we won't see a happy Goku. Oh, good point, then. Well, see ya tomorrow, girlfriend. Later, Kana went upstairs to her room. She was struggling to get upstairs, but she managed. So she has a crush on Goku. That's Mira, the Fury Princess, and now Kana. What Kana said when she told me how she was falling for him. It still doesn't make sense. Oh, well, no use crying over spilled milk. I better go check in on Goku. She skipped 2 steps at a time when going up to the 2nd floor. As she makes her way to see the Saiyan in the healing tank room, Urza saw Kana's door open. She was naked and was lying in bed, moaning on the headache she's getting right now from drinking extremely hard. By the time she got to the room, she took a peek and tilted her head at the door hinge. Goku was there, still staring at Mirajane's tank. She squinted her eyes to see the controls of the she-devil. Her pulse was maintaining and she was fine. But she didn't know for how long, though. Looking back to Goku, Urza knew she had to do something. She didn't want Goku to be this way for long, so, behind Kana's back, she was going to try something on him. Organized if the word lover ever comes to his mind. By letting someone inside, he granted himself access to acknowledge Urza as a lover. So she was up there with Mirajane in the love department. And thus, in his list of ranking girls he decided to cherish, Urza took the throne of being number 2. Urza. Goku said her name as his front bangs covered his eyes again. Yes. Her eye widens and she was patiently waiting for something. The Saiyan took charge of his newly profound feelings of the scarlet hair mistress and leaned forward to kiss her directly. They both were staring at each other in a way that made it look like they were arguing, but silently. She was hesitating at first because she was experiencing her first kiss. But as she saw his eyes close, she followed along. She used her left hand to touch his cheek as she pressed her lips against his. She felt his entire body loosening up the moment Goku's arms touched her shoulder. They let go of the kiss, but this time, Urza fought back. Their foreheads were touching, emitting a source from their skin. She felt a sensation flooding onto her now. The same was said to the Saiyan. Urza's second lip kiss, that she brushed into Goku's, wasn't an innocent one. She filled her teasing, hot, fiery kiss in demand, into making sure Goku wouldn't pull away. As their lips were still pressed on each other, Urza took the chance to get on his lap, making her breast press on Goku's chest, his exposed chest, that is. Urza. Hearing her teacher calls out her name like that pleased her. She was seduced by his voice of action and couldn't think straight. Her heart was fluttering to hear such a seductive voice. Their breath mingled after the breakup. Urza was still amazed at the kiss from him and her own, as well. She felt as though she nearly got the wind knocked away from her lungs. Goku. Urza gasped at the close space they were sharing. I don't know what got over me. I'm sorry. It's fine, Urza. I don't mind. I do this stuff to Mira all the time. She told me it's what lovers do if we were to ever feel a spark. I felt once I did what I had to do. To share my feelings to you. Do you feel the same way? Goku said, tilting his head as he waits for an answer. I kissed you back so, yeah, I do. Urza admits, it's funny, too. I told Kana I didn't have any feelings for you, but here I am, kissing you before she could. I feel as though she got cheated out on winning you over. Kana, I guess I should apologize to her. When you get the chance, Goku. Right now, focus on us. Us. Yeah, us. We shouldn't do this because we're student and teacher, but I do want you to be the same Goku everyone knows, so. I'm saying I'll fall for you. As a way to show what I'm feeling towards you, right now. And to make sure you cheer up because I'm sure Mira hasn't done this to you, yet. Kissing. Yes, she has. I'm talking about doing some naughty with you, Teach. Urza said, teasing him as she placed her right index finger on his lips. Let's take things up a notch and head to your room for some privacy time, deal? Deal. Goku's heart raced back. We should probably get some sleep. We've been at it for 3 hours, it's basically morning. Goku pointed out. Good call. Mind if I share the bed with you? Because you know, we had sex. I don't mind. I want to cuddle with you because I do that with Mira. Well, then, good night, Goku, Urza said as she got on Goku's right side. Her head was resting on his right pec. Nighty night, Urza. And just like that, Goku endured a special moment with Urza Scarlet. Both of them were naked still but was covered under the blanket. They didn't think it was awkward to have sex with each other, considering how they're teacher and student, but that's beside the point. They ended their conversation by cuddling tight together, with Urza in Goku's arms. The two of them, tomorrow, was going to have a field day with something they didn't think would happen so soon. But they were glad it did. Especially the Saiyan. Midnight. Magnolia Town. During the time when Goku and Urza were taking their master and student relationship up to a notch, something right above the town of Magnolia had formed. A very own wormhole has surfaced the night sky, but there was a twist to it. Out from the wormhole came a 3D rectangular object. The people below had no idea what was happening above their heads, and that was only because the appearance of the wormhole was placed higher than any of the tallest buildings there. The rectangular object was revealed to be the God Cube from Universe 6, and the person operating from the inside was the infamous assassin of Universe 6, Hit. The no-miss Hit had finally arrived at where Towa was taking refuge along with the Saiyan of Universe 7. As the wormhole closes behind him, the cube descended down to a building where its roof was wide enough for the length, width, and height of Hit's ride to land on. Upon landing, he gets out and was over the edge to sightsee. Looks like I finally made it. Rogue's added function seems to do the trick. He looks around to see the different environment. To him, everything looked at ancient compare of his universe in his timeline. He thought of it as a time age where the coordinates he was set to go landed him in the past or something. And this where I'll run into Son Goku. Hit said, walking to the corner edge of the rooftop. I wonder if he already met Towa. He could do me a huge favor right then and there. But knowing how demons are a problem for gods of destruction, I might as well get started in looking. Hit started to levitate himself, his own purple aura was showing. However, he didn't want to cause a scene, so to fly down to the ground where everyone walks on, Hit was going to fly down at some alley. If I'm lucky, I'll sense their power. Both of them. Champa told me about the erasure of universes 1 to 12 in this timeline, so I'm either in the universes of 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, or 18. It would be a shit show if I were to run into any of them in this universe. That is if I step on the side of the shoe. As he said what he would do, Hit landed on the ground in some back alley. Soon, he blended in with the crowd and all he could think about were his targets. I guess it shouldn't bother me. I have to focus on my mission to kill Towa and Mira. HMPH, but why do I get the feeling I'll run into Son Goku? Hit smirked. Time to begin my job. Resurrected, Mira. But with a boy. Urza got up and changed into the attire of her white buttoned, sleeveless shirt with her blue shirt slightly above her knees. So, where do we go from here? What do you mean? Urza asked, sitting on the bed as she puts on her cross earrings. Well, I said I want to cherish you now and protect you because I find you like a loved one. You didn't deny it and said you feel the same way. How is that gonna affect us when we're with our guild? Urza got up and went around the bed. She smiled and decided to swoop in for another kiss. A longer one that was going to get placed in their book of special moments. Her breasts were pressed on his chest, her arms around him, she acted bolder than Mira and it took Goku by storm. Everything is the same as it should be. Nothing's changed. Well, I guess I shouldn't say nothing, when we've discovered our hidden affection for each other. So, we act as though nothing's changed, Goku. We can show these feelings to everyone and if they don't like it, then that's on them. It's not like it's wrong to like you. With the exception of disapprovals from Mira and Kana, shit won't hit the fan in the long run. Yeah, Goku said, smiling at Urza, we should probably head out. I've got to break the silence with everyone I threw away. You know, 'cause I wasn't talking to them. I get it, but yeah, you do that. The first person I should find is Kana. I still didn't see it coming when she slapped me. Oh, and punched me, as well. Goku detected 3 power levels coming from the healing chamber room. What's wrong? Do you sense that? It's Gramps. Master. Now I see. I sense him too. It's not just him, though. There's 2 more. This other energy I'm sensing is Hisui. The third one. I'm unfamiliar with it. It must be Ultir. This is groundbreaking news. Goku, let's head over to Master and greet him and the 2 girls. Sure, but we're not going to be the first and only ones there. Natsu and the others entered inside. Really? Did they sense Master waking up, too? They were there before I sensed Gramps' energy. So they know about him, Hisui, and Ultir waking up from her healing tank. Let's not waste time and head over to them, Goku. Sure, but first. Goku placed her back on the bed. She had questions as to why he would do that, but soon she found out why. He got on top of her just so he could show more of his affection. A kiss, that solidifies how serious he is in wanting to cherish her. And so, she smiled and kissed him back. They went a couple of rounds, but that was the finishing point. After 2 minutes, they finished up and headed right out the door. Stated, is on Mirajane's forehead while the other is on her stomach, where the hole previously was. Her body was glowing, radiating a bright golden light. Everyone was feeling the pressure from Goku's doing. For the students, they were feeling the immense energy he was largely giving out to the she-devil. At a moment's notice, her body was levitating along with taking in Goku's SSJ aura. Fairy Tail was on the edge of their seats when seeing something that was so ritual-like take place. By giving Mirajane his energy with god essences inside of it, the created wind pressure was blowing everyone's hair back. This breeze is amazing, but why the heck is Goku offering my sis like some kind of offerings to the gods or something? Elfman couldn't hold his own ground from Goku's giving out pressure, so he fell back. So much energy. How much did you have in store, Goku? Kana mumbled to herself as she was covering eyes. If Goku doesn't stop, he's gonna destroy his own house. Gray said, widening his eyes with Juvia behind him. The entire room was widening out. There were 3 energy sounds coming out of Mirajane, one by one. By the time the third one was heard, the room went back to normal. Mirajane, who was still levitating in the air, fell into Goku's arms. He had finished, and Fairy Tail, that was behind him, stood up from falling onto the ground. The Saiyan went back to base form and was waiting for the results. Hey, Goku, that was some performance you just did. Natsu said, getting up from the mini-earthquake. What's the point of giving Mira energy when she's unconscious on the inside? Because, Natsu, I've just noticed something during the time Gramps and Hisui told me about their nightmarish dreams. There was energy inside of them that was keeping them from waking up. Like an infected parasite, Gramps adds. Exactly. That's the only thing holding the 3 of you and Mira back. Even though she had that hold, the healing machine here would have only healed her to full strength physically, not mentally. I get it now. In a way, you are purifying her by ridding the demon energy stored inside of her with her own. Ultir fully understood it. Yep, that's right, Ultir. Except this time, I'm feeding Mira SSJ God energy. Hey, I think she's waking up. Lucy pointed out. Mirajane blinked once. At a small glance, she saw a blurry version of Goku. Then the second time she blinked, her vision became clear. She opened her eyes to see that she was in Goku's arms and that everyone was present in the room with him. Well, not exactly present. While being in his arms, Mirajane was surprised to see him. Goku, Mirajane said, blushing at the fact that she was in his arms. What's going on? Mira. Goku's happiness struck in as he gracefully hugged her, confusing her with the bold act. Not that I don't mind receiving a hug from you, Goku, but why is everyone here? Mirajane continues to blush. You were gone for 2 weeks, Mira. I kinda went crazy over you, and just as when I thought there wasn't any way to heal you, there was. Heal me. Oh, that's right. I was struck by Ultir's sword. My whole hold on, it's gone. Mirajane was touching her stomach. Mira. Everyone shouted her name in support. As Goku placed Mirajane on her feet, she gets jumped by everyone as they going to welcome her back with a massive group hug. Mirajane was getting crushed by the massive weight getting consumed onto her with Lysina and Elfman in front. But it dialed down after because soon, Goku and Ultir was going to inform everything that happened to Mirajane. And within 14 hours, the she-devil was caught up with the news she missed out of during her 2-week hiatus. She took it greatly but was still baffled. And in doing that, Fairy Tail threw in a celebration party for not only her but also in Makarov, Hisui, and even Ultir's well-being, too. For the first half, everyone was seeing the hungry Saiyan eat like a giant from Mirajane's cooking due to not eating for 2 weeks straight. It was during the time Kana could have apologized then and there, but she didn't want to intrude on Goku's happiness with the she-devil. So she kept her distances and didn't know for how long though. For the other half, while the party was still going on, Goku decided to train Natsu, Gray, and Urza again after 2 weeks. In the gravity chamber room, he thought it'd be right to make up 2 missing weeks with a technique he was going to teach them. The Kaioken. Truth be told, Goku was going to teach them the Kaioken, but it wouldn't be until it was time. He wasn't thinking and thought, now would be the time. And so, he started their training. He wanted to keep it short and was only because he wanted to be with Mirajane. Today's training was going to be just a demonstration. To Goku, he knew his 3 students would be able to learn it fast because other than his teachings, they've been hitting the gravity room a lot. But that doesn't mean they won't struggle on getting the technique down, because they will. In 7 hours, this was the results. Natsu and Gray were tied in only bringing it up to X3. Urza could go beyond that by tapping into X4. They couldn't go beyond their limit and were already informed about what happens if they go over their limit. It can be a good thing to do if there was an opponent they had to overcome. But after that comes the heavy toll in dealing with muscle pain. As their training continued, Goku decided to use Ultir's offer on being his servant and asked him to cover her in training. She obliged and sparred with the 3 of them under the gravity they share on. Ultir was able to keep up with them because of the magic she endured from Tawa. By undergoing her mind control, the knowledge of emulating ki and the style of fighting similarly to Goku had hoarded inside of Ultir's mind. And thanks to that, her ranking as to where she can keep with Goku would be SSJ level. Higher if she continues to train. Early nighttime. Goku's house, the front lawn. The party was still going on inside of Goku's house. Ultir was still training the 3 students, Elfman and the others were enjoying the food the girls made while Makarov, Mikao, and Wakaba were drinking their souls out. Mirajane didn't mind the party in her recovery along with Makarov and the 2 others, but she needed some alone time. She was sitting on the grass with her second black dress from after the Grand Magic Games, covering her bottom as she looks up at the sky. The wind blew a breeze that made Mirajane put a few strands of her hair behind her left ear, but she didn't mind. It wasn't long until Goku joined in on her alone time. Hey, is anyone sitting there? Goku asked, standing behind her right side as he points with his right index finger. No, you can take it. Have a seat, Goku. Mirajane said, offering him a deal he didn't mind taking. Thank you, said Goku, sitting down next to her. It took me a while to find you. It's so noisy in there I couldn't think to myself. Much less I was having trouble sensing your energy. That's our guild for ya. To think I missed out 2 weeks because of demon energy. Mirajane said, holding her hands with his, and the funny thing is, I was taking up that demon energy. Really? How? Call me crazy, Goku, but I think it's because of my magic. My Satan souls have demon essences in them, and when they were exposed to them, it kept feeding. In my dream, I did things I didn't know I could do. I shot energy blasts from my hands while in Satan soul. That means you're well aware of energy sensing and ki overall, right? I guess so. Try sensing my energy. Oh, I can, and I can sense everyone else's too. Ultir's energy the second strongest after you. I'm surprised Urza's not. Ultir was with Tawa for who knows how long, so that might explain why she's literally that strong. Stronger than our guild, but me. And maybe guild arts. Hey, Mira, can I ask you something? Go right ahead. Can you do me a favor and learn ki, please? What's with the sudden demand? Is it because I was out of commission for 2 weeks? Mira, I felt lost with you. I didn't realize it then, but I do now. I've changed so much thanks to Tao's time rift that I'm realizing all the dumb things I did in my past. Like you, I didn't want to lose you, and if I hadn't figured out a way to bring you back, I probably would have gone crazy. Yeah, I heard. Lysina and Lucy told me the whole thing. I wish I could have seen it. You going all crazy over my supposed death. It does make me feel happy that you care that much about me. I do. Like a lot. I like you a lot, too, Goku. But can you tell me why you went on a date with the Fury Princess, huh? Hey, what are you talking about? Don't act dumb and answer me, Goku. Actually, you know what? Don't tell me. I probably shouldn't toot my own horn here. Say, do you love me? You said it before that one time but that was only it. Love you. I mean, I am going to protect you right the time, and I find you to be cherished, yes. Why? What's up? Mirajane squeezed their hands together and leaned onto him. Goku felt her weight closing in on him and was blushing. Her scent, her hair, everything that was in front of Mirajane was falling onto him. He felt her warm body onto his and wanted to know where this was leading to. I'll do you a favor and train under you to learn about ki and stuff if you tell me how you feel. How I feel? Like as in, do you love me? Love you. Goku was stuttering. I do. Anyone who would starve to death for 2 weeks just to see me recover is someone I would consider loving in my books. That person would be you. You love me. Goku steams up. It's been hinted here and there, but, yeah, I do. So, what's your answer? I. Goku couldn't think. All he could feel was Mirajane leaning on him. If you say you do, I can very much guarantee you how happy I would be, Goku. But you can give me your answer another time. I'd just gotten back from my so-called coma. I don't want to rush things right after the party, you know. Right. But don't worry, Mira. I will give you my answer. I don't know when, but I will. Good. She smiled. In the meantime, I guess all I can do, as I wait for an answer, is this. Mirajane leans up to Goku's face and kissed him directly. Whoa, Mira, that was so sudden. Your lips are so soft. Goku said, admitted that her lips were soft. Soft enough to where he was touching his own. Call it your favorite she-devil's kiss. It has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Yeah, Goku said, smiling this time as he repositioned himself to give her a back hug, with Mirajane in his arms. For now, we should conclude our alone time and meet up with the others. I'm sure there are things you have to make up for since you were silent for 2 weeks. Right. Okay, then, Mira, let's head back up. Goku said, standing up as he offers his hand to the she-devil. But just as when things were going back to normal, something or someone entered the fray and interrupted their love session by appearing in front of them, high in the sky. This person was someone Goku knew of, didn't think he would be alive. But he is, and he's back with some modifications from a certain demon scientist. I never thought I'd see the day you would fall for a maiden, Kakarot. Huh. Goku was quick to sense this person's energy. Goku and Mirajane turned their attention up above the sky. Mirajane and above all Goku were shocked to the person that was seconds away from calling them out. This man is a Saiyan in battle armor suited for their race. He descended on down slowly to catch a better glimpse at Goku and Mirajane. Another Goku. Mirajane was confused as all hell. That can't be. I saw you perish with my spirit bomb from a long time ago. Goku couldn't believe it. Long time no see, Kakarot. It's been a while since our last encounter. I see that you're doing well here in this timeline thanks to Tawa. I would hate to interrupt a Saiyan with their mistress, but I've been ordered to take you out. No hard feelings, right? Goku was silent and didn't choose to respond. Hey, didn't think so. Say goodbye, you Saiyan traitor. And that's the end of the story. What if Goku was in Fairy Tail Part 7? I hope you like my video. Please subscribe, like, and share Roranoa TV for more fanfiction story.